Hello, boxing fans. There is no need for me to do an introduction for this video because this is a very sad video. A sad thing to hear, sad news. I didn't really know Maxim Dadashev. I didn't know he was. I just found out about him recently. Yesterday he died. Okay, he's from Russia, a Russian super lightweight, young blood, a guy who is still very young, 28 years old. 28 years old, died yesterday after sustaining injury, brain injury, and let's say brain damage as well. In a fight that he had this past weekend, against Subriel Matias, a guy from Puerto Rico. Subriel Matias has actually knocked out all his opponents, before going against Dadashev. So you can see right here, looking at his record. Birth name Subriel Ahmed Matias, alias Brownie. This guy's already young as well, 27 years old, from Puerto Rico. Made his pro debut back in 2015. Super lightweight as well, all of those. So he actually, listen, Dadashev died in the hands of this guy, man. After suffering brain injuries, and you know what it is when you get brain damaged in boxing. Boxing is not a joke. That's why some boxers, they have to give credit to where it's due. I give credit to all boxers, except for those who are trying to murk a fighter for saving his life. For example, even though Anthony Joshua never quit, against Anthony Jr., although he was not in a position of getting brain damaged, he got hit by the tempo. Yeah, we know that. But people like Dave Holland, stated that Joshua quit. A lot of people were mocking him, and that was not a truth, even though it's not a truth. You know what I mean? So, and we all know what happened to Dave Holland himself this past weekend as well. He got badly beat up by David Price and was rushed to the hospital immediately after the bout. Dadashev has a family. He has a son. He was born in Russia. He resided at Holsnad, California, USA. He's a dad. I don't know, man. I'm just confused. I'm just confused right now because we know that people have died in boxing before. That's why drug testing must be done. VADA must do their job. Drug testing is definitely. That's why. So if you look at a guy like Jeremy Miller, a guy who got busted for 3 banned substances, and only got about 6 months ban from the WBA. That is a joke. I'm not saying Subriel Matias took drugs or something like that. I'm not saying that. Guys, because my cough is fucked up. I've tried everything I can, still not going to wear that. It's just crazy, man. I mean, for a guy like Gerald Big Baby Miller to be, to be talking about fighting again in less than a year is just shameful. Boxing must be regulated. Whenever you get caught with drugs, you have to be banned for life. There should be no excuses. No excuses. But it's just crazy. This young man, young kid. 28 years old. He made his pro debut back in 2016. That's no long ago, and I had to go watch. I had to go rewatch the fight because, to be sincere, I didn't get to watch the original fight, so I just heard the news and was like, "Oh man!" And I just went to do my research. This guy, you know, was a super lightweight prospect. I call him a legend because any guy that stepped in the ring, I've stepped in the ring before. I used to do street fighting before. If you step into any arena, you are a legend because it's not easy to actually stay there and get punched in the face, and you know what I mean, and survive it. This guy, oh my God. I mean, the fight should have been stopped earlier, but Dadashev is a guy who is very proud and wanting to, showcase to the world that, listen, he's not going to go out like that. We boxing fans, we tend to be a little bit critical. We're a little bit. Listen, there's double standards as well. Listen, guys like me come here, talk shit about Deontay Wilder, even though Deontay Wilder deserve to be talked shit about. I mean, to be like, that guy doesn't have to be talked shit about because he's the one who is saying that he needs a body in his record. I wonder how he's gonna feel now. Anyway, I will do a video about that, man. Do a video about that as well. I want to really go into Deontay Wilder. And just looking at this guy right here, a young, fine man. Okay? A young, fine man dying for boxing. All the name of, making a better life for himself and his family. It's crazy. Crazy. Rest in peace to Maxim Dadashev. You guys cannot really imagine how I feel right now. I didn't know who this guy was, to be sincere. I didn't know who he was. I mean, but the way he died, and the manner he died, and watching that fight, like how he got badly beat up, and it took lots of punishment. If in fact his coach had to beg him, please, even if you're mad at me for 2 days, I will take it. But please, we don't want to see you take so much punishment like this. Oh my God, in boxing, I believe that when referees stop some fight early, we tend to criticize as well. Although some are unfair, we know that. But I don't think we should be too critical when a referee stop the fight early. Because you never know what can happen if the guy keep receiving damages every time. That's why fighters must always work on a head movement. Work on that head movement. Work on a defense. You see Floyd Mayweather, that guy, people might criticize the guy. I myself, I talk shit about him sometimes. But Floyd Mayweather knew how dangerous boxing was. Floyd Mayweather knew that, listen, this game can kill you, but there's a solution for it. The solution is to tighten your defense. Tighten it up. And he did that. And I don't know, man. It's just crazy. My condolences to his family and loved ones. I mean, I wonder how the wife is going to be feeling right now, man. I saw his son, a young, fine boy like that. Man, it just remind me of my son as well. Like, this life is crazy. Anytime we can go out, anytime, at any given time we can go. It could be me, it could be you, it could be anyone else. So that's why we've got to make the best of it while we are alive, and also, do things the right way. Do good. Don't talk shit about other fighters. If you're a fighter, don't talk shit about other fighters because you never know what can happen. If this Dadashev was a shit talker, a guy that talks too much like Deontay Wilder, I believe a lot of people might care, but will say, okay, you see what he said? You see what he said? You see what he said? But he's not. You know, so RIP to legend Dadashev. Crazy. Can you imagine that he's only had 13 fights? Just 13 fights. Oh my God. Just 13 fights. 13 fights. Look at it already. This was when they stopped it. The trainer stopped the trainer towel. You know? Stopped it in the corner. Look at it. This is CNN covered it anyway. Let me read it a little bit. Russian boxer Maxim Dadashev has died in a U.S. hospital after his fight with Puerto Rico's Subriel Matias. The fight was on Friday in Maryland. Dadashev was 28 years old. Top Rank is devastated to report that Maxim Dadashev passed away earlier this morning due to injuries sustained during last Friday's bout. Dadashev's promoter, Top Rank, said in a statement, Maxim was a talented fighter inside the ring and a loving husband and father outside the ropes. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. Maxim was a terrific young man, added Top Rank founder and CEO Bob Arum. We are all saddened and affected by his untimely death. Dadashev and Matias fought at MGM National Harbor in Ozone Hill, Maryland on Friday night. The winner of the fight would have been the mandatory challenger to Josh Taylor for his title belt. Dadashev's trainer, Buddy McGill, stopped the fight after the 11th round. Matias was dominating Dadashev and was ahead. Damn it. 109 to 1 round. On the scorecards at the time of stoppage. According to ESPN and Raphael, in reviewing footage from the fight, Magid could be seen and heard pleading with Dadashev to stop the fight. Nothing he had taken a lot of dates. Dadashev had to be helped out of the ring and he started to vomit and lost consciousness before making it to the dressing room. ESPN reported he was taken to UM Prince George Hospital in Cheverly, Maryland, where he underwent emergency brain surgery for a subdural hematoma, which is bleeding in the brain, network said. It added that Dadashev had to be placed in a medically induced coma after the operation in order to allow the brain swelling to subside. As you can imagine in the news, this money has devastated us all. Magid wrote a message to CNN, out of respect for his family, I will refrain from making any comment at this time other than to say Maxim was and always will be a phenomenal young man and boxer. Dadashev originally hails from St. Petersburg, Russia, but was based out of Oxnard, California. He had a professional boxing record of 13 wins and 1 loss, with 10 of his wins coming by knockout. The Russian Boxing Federation has announced that they have opened an investigation into the matter. I had family, I had a son. I saw a son. Like, crazy. I just feel sad now, right? Me saying this is just sad because there are other boxers who are saying that they want to kill somebody in the ring. They want to body their record. I didn't know this guy personally. I didn't know who this guy was, to be sincere. But it hurts me a lot because, how he died. He never even got to enjoy boxing. Like his name wasn't even known yet. Like his name was not, at the top of the division of his division, the super lightweight division. His name was not at the top. He was just a super, lightweight prospect. A guy was just coming up and died. No enjoyment of his money, no enjoyment, nothing. This is why I always say, whenever you say you want to kill someone in the ring, remember, this boxing, anything can happen. But I just wonder why the trainer, I'm not going to blame anyone, because this can happen to anyone, okay, in the ring. I don't want to blame anyone, but I believe that Dadashev was a very proud man, and he wanted to continue. I saw it clear. He wanted to continue. The trainer had to beg him, please, it's time. You can hate me. You can hate me for 2 days. You'll be mad at me. I don't want you to take more punishment, please. May so rest in peace, man. May so rest in power, peace. He's on the other side right now, man, and. Anyway, life is just a transit, like people say. I hope he's happy on the other side. But it's just painful. It's just painful to see his son, not have his dad around anymore. Like, he won't be able to see his dad anymore. No, nunca. It's just finished. He wouldn't be able to see his daddy anymore. His wife is not a widow. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I feel for the guy. I feel for his family. I hope they can recover from this. Me saying this, you can see I want to cry right now. Even I don't know the guy, but I can feel as a fight. Listen, I fought in the street, back in the days. I saw one of my homie get killed in front of me. He got shot, and I was with him at that point. It happened. So when I think about when I think about when I think about the days, my rugged days, okay, I have to thank God, because I know people that died for real, and it hurts me to see someone go like that. That's why I say, all this bad man stuff is just vanity. Dadashev, in my opinion, that a hero. But let's not stop. Let's not just say RIP him and say, okay, finish. No. Every fighter, every goddamn fighter, okay, who is caught using PDs must be banned for life. There has to be a boxing organization who would take control of drug shits and ban them for life. Guys like Jeremy Miller shouldn't even. Can you imagine if, for example, Miller was not cut and Joshua fought him, and Joshua got hit by Miller, and then what happened? Took punishment, something like that, and let's just imagine that. Let's just imagine these boxing organizations. They need to take action right now, even though we don't have a general boxing organization. But I think it's time we have that. I think it's time. All those sanctioning bodies, they have to do something about it, man. I don't know if Subriel Matias took PEDs, or I don't know if it was on the juice. I don't know if there was VADA testing for it. If there was VADA testing for the bout, then I would say maybe something might come out. We don't know. So the Russian boxing organization, they have to investigate what happened, and they have to do something about it, man. They have to. So, but if it just happened because the other guy, punch very hard or has one hell of a power. Maybe that's how it is, man. But the other guy already had about 13 knockouts. Like 13 knockouts. He's knocked out everyone he's fought. He's also super lightweight prospect. So it's just crazy, man. RIP to Maxim Dadashev. Yeah, so rest in peace. Brother. Stay blessed, man. Wherever you may be right now, stay blessed, and I hope your family can cope with it. It's just crazy, man. Cheers, guys. I mean, I'm really speechless right now, so I don't know why. Listen, I don't want to say something negative or start saying something that might provoke people. I mean, let me just leave it this way, and because boxing, sometimes you love it. We know things like this can happen. But when you have okay, let me not prolong this video. Let me just leave it like this, man. So RIP to the legend Maxim Dadashev. Cheers, guys.